Yeah, everyone switch on your videos fast. Okay. Irfan, Sneha, fast. You can see the screen, right? Okay. So we were in that topic related to demonetization. I just started with the topic demonetization. What do you mean by demonetization? Hannah? Hannah, what is demonetization?
The policy of action of the government that reduces taxes on legal tenders
Mhm.
and cryptocurrency.
Sneha, can you tell?
Ma'am, when government changes the currency due to
Hmm.
some existing
Is it
issue.
is it changing the currency?
No, the existing
Government
currency we
is
like
they are
Withdrawing.
change.
withdrawing. They are withdrawing the existing currency, or we say that that legal tender, that power of that currency is taken, and because of that, it doesn't have any value. Or we can say that now it has the value of only that paper. Okay, whatever is written on that, if even if it is 500 or 1000, that value of that currency does not exist, or it is just like a paper. Okay, then I told that when government introduced, I mean, recently our government introduced the demonetization. There, I told you that is 2016. Two currency notes were withdrawn during that time. What are those two currency notes, Anjo? Anjo,
Hmm?
which currency notes were withdrawn during that
500
time?
and 1000.
500 and 1000. Okay. So this is just regarding or starting off this demonetization. Now there are various reasons why these demonetization was introduced during that time. The first reason what they have given, that is to reduce the tax evasion. To reduce the tax evasion, in the sense that during that time the people, they used to hoard a lot of money. We call it as black money. Okay, so if what happens, and on that hoarding there is no tax or nothing, government could not find that black money. So because of that reason, what the government did, they just withdraw those currency, and now the currency is not at all used by the people. So that is one main aim of the government, is to raise the, or to reduce the tax evasion. I told you, what do you mean by tax evasion? What is tax evasion? Anyone? What is tax evasion? Evading the tax means what?
Removal
Karthik?
of a few taxes.
No. Evading the tax. What do you mean by that? Karthik, do you know?
Not paying taxes.
Not paying taxes. That's what you mean by tax evasion. That is one thing. Second reason what they have given, to bring the black money into the banking system. So this black money is kept in the at their homes or somewhere they hoarded and kept. Now that those black money should be brought to the banking system. That will help to invest that money, and this will help in the economic growth. So here the one of another main reason is that this black money, it should be brought to the banking system. For that purpose they withdraw the money, or this is one objective of this demonetization. Another one, the problem of corruption. Okay, you know that how mainly the black money is coming. Maybe if you want to do something by this, maybe according to the rule, that cannot be done. So what the people they do, they give lot of money to the people and get it done. So these kind of corruption should be reduced. For that purpose, you can see government introduce the demonetization. Another one, to curb terrorism. To curb terrorism in the sense to suppress terrorism. Because of all these black money, what the people are doing, they use this black money for buying weapons, and all these things happens in the black market. I mean, not through the normal way. So because of that reason, the people are getting paid through that way. People are getting weapons in that way, through that way. So to curb that, to suppress that, or to remove terrorism from our country, you can see this demonetization was done during that time. Another one, there were a lot of fake currency was there, it seems, especially 500 rupees and 1000 rupees. So government felt that if we remove this, or if we withdraw this 500 and 1000 rupees notes, that fake currency circulation will be reduced, or fake currency circulation will be stopped. So these are the main objectives of demonetization. First one I told you, to reduce tax evasion, that is people are not paying taxes now. So to avoid that, or to reduce that, government introduced or withdraw the some few currency notes. Another one, to bring the black money into the banking system. Black money into the banking system, in the sense, many people, what they do, they get the black money, they keep it there, because it is the source cannot be shown, because they are getting maybe as a bribe, or sometimes what happens, we sell the land. Okay, so government might have kept money 1 lakh for per cent or something, but we may be selling for 2 lakh or 3 lakhs. So the extra money is a black money, which we will not show in the paper. We will show in the paper only 1 lakh. So the extra 2 lakhs or 1 lakh extra, whatever we are having, that is considered as black money, that we may keep it in one place, or we may keep it in locker, or we may keep it in the at home and all. So that is not coming to the banking system. So to promote that money, to bring it into the banking system, they withdraw the some money what we are using. Another one I told you, to reduce the corruption, because mainly through corruption, the people, they give money which is considered as a black money, which is not coming into the source. So that is another reason. Another one I told, to curb terrorism. Terrorism in the sense, to curb terrorism in the sense, to remove terrorism or to suppress terrorism. Next one, to stop the circulation of fake currency. That time lot of fake currencies were there, that should be removed. For that purpose, the government introduced the demonetization. These are the important objectives of demonetization. Now, shall I go to the next slide? Okay. Now, what do you mean by GST? Have you heard about GST? Anyone? Maybe some of your parents, those who are doing business, they might be telling about GST. Now, GST has become a problem, lot of different calculation, that, this, like that, you might have heard. Okay. Or it's a kind of tax, we can say. What is the full form of GST? Anyone?
Goods and service tax.
Goods and services tax. Okay, so here in India, it is introduced mainly to provide a uniformity in the tax system. Okay, or we had different number of indirect taxes were there, like taxes like, we can say, excise duty or production, different kinds of taxes were there in our country. Maybe on one product they keep one tax, like that. Different types of taxes were there. So to remove that different types of taxes, or you might have heard value added tax before. So to remove different types of taxes, what government did, instead of all these different type of taxes, government introduced one tax, that is GST. And what they say, that GST has that slogan, one tax, one nation, one market. That is what they expect by introducing this particular GST. Okay, what is the slogan? One tax, one nation, one market. Now, it is mainly why they introduced this kind of tax here. One is to increase or to get more and more taxes for the government. Another one, to increase tax compliance, in the sense they should pay the taxes to the people and sorry, to the government, and they should reduce the tax evasion. Now, before, the system was that different types of taxes were there. People felt that what is this now? One tax is this, another tax is this one. They have to pay a lot of taxes. So now only one tax is there. Government, the people felt that they can pay the tax instead of many different indirect taxes. Instead of that, they can pay only one tax. So the main objective, if you see, that is, one is tax revenue, to increase the tax revenue. Another one, tax compliance. That means the people should not feel that they are not, should not pay the tax or anything. The tax compatibility should be there. The third one is reduce the tax evasion. So these are the main main objective you can see. Now, there was a value added tax before, that is indirect tax. Now it was levied on the goods according to the value how we are adding. You have studied that value added method. So as the value increases at each step, they used to keep some taxes. So here value added is was kept before. Instead of that, now we are keeping GST as a tax on particular products. Now, India, when we passed, in Indian government, when it passed, it had some features, or it was passed in 2016. It started operation in 2017. That means from 2017 onwards, this GST came into existence, or people started practicing this. Now, what it's a great reform what they have introduced, or it is a great change what is introduced in our country. Now, what are the features here? The tax only on value addition by the firm, not the entire value output of a firm. Now here, keep it in your mind. What are the features? On every value added in a firm, this tax will be kept, not for the entire product. That is the first feature. A tax only on value addition of a firm. When a firm is adding a value, the tax will be kept on that, not on the entire product. That is the first point. Okay. Now another one, you can see it has established parity in indirect taxation, in the sense, instead of indirect taxation, like many taxes you can see on the screen, excise tax, service tax, sales tax, like that, so many taxes were there. All these taxes, it was replaced and brought GST. So now only one type of tax, that is GST. Now it is levied on all goods and services. Okay, that is another one. It is kept on all goods and services, other than few products they have given. 5 petroleum products, that is one thing they have kept. That was there before. Now that this 5 petroleum products have different kind of taxing system. Okay, so other than that, all these whatever taxes we had before, like service tax, excise tax, sales tax, everything is removed, and they brought one tax, that is GST. Okay, now there are separate different rates are there for this. That is what, some 3%, 5%, 12%, 28%. It depends upon the product, whatever they are producing. Okay, so these are the important features related to GST. The first one, how they keep the tax. A tax only on value addition by a firm, not on the entire output. That is the first point. Second point, it, instead of all the different kind of indirect taxes, government introduced a new tax, that is GST. All the indirect tax, in the sense, excise tax, service tax, sales tax, everything they merged into one tax, one single tax, that is GST. Another one, it is levied on all goods and services. Every goods and service, if you see in our country, we have to pay GST. We, in the sense, in the beginning, the producers will be paying, but that will be charged from us. Okay, so it will be levied on all goods and services, other than few products they have given, that is 5 petroleum products. It is not kept. It will be done later. That is what. Next one, 6 standard rates are there. Some are having 0%, that means no need to pay anything. Then 3%, 5%, 18%, and 28%. So these are the important features of GST. So once more, I will discuss that. Now there is no time, I feel. Okay. So next one more period is there. In that I will be discussing that.